Look at this new report on MBAs. 23% of Harvard students were jobless 3 months after graduating.
According to reports, 3 months after leaving Harvard Business School last spring, 23% of MBA graduates said that they were still looking for work.
Even Harvard MBAs are finding themselves to get placed. There was a recent news article which mentioned that more than 23% of Harvard MBA graduates are finding it hard to place themselves. Hi, if you're new to my channel, my name is Shatakshi Sharma. On my channel, we discuss a lot of things around careers, MBAs, business and public policy, job roles, and of course, study abroad. So feel free to hit on the subscribe button so that you get notified every time we are putting out videos. We are putting out a lot of frequent videos, especially in today's tough economic scenario. And of course, we get motivated in this journey so that we always know that there are ample number of students and working professionals who need our content. So it's a very disturbing news because Harvard MBA is one of the topmost MBAs in the world, which has stood the test of times as well. And mind you, this is not a bash of Harvard MBA. It's like I said, it's one of the most reputed MBA schools in the world. In fact, I've done one of my semesters of my MBA at Harvard Business School itself. But at the same time, I realized that there is a need for larger awareness in the society about the trends around MBA, around the trends on macroeconomics, around the trends in terms of hiring patterns as well. And hence, in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 main reasons because of which even top Ivy League MBA grads like Wharton, MBA, Stanford are sitting in the position that they're sitting in. Number one, poor economics. You cannot deny the fact that the job market and the larger macroeconomic scenario in US, in India, and of course, in fact, in larger part of the world is on the declining curve. And Harvard and Stanford MBAs is not just going to be the only differentiator. You need to have the skills. You have to have the skills. So that's number one point, that the supply of the jobs overall has been on the decline. That's one. Second, I think my favorite kind of reason that I'm tilting towards is a reimagination of corporates. In fact, during pandemic and just right after that, in the last couple of years where there has been a lot of reimagination of artificial intelligence, corporates are leaning towards efficient organization, leaner organizations, and focusing more on roles where there are more technocrats rather than just generalist MBAs who are bringing general skills to the table, but not necessarily something which is extremely niche, extremely valuable. So a lot of McKinseys of the world and a lot of other conglomerates are realizing that maybe we do not need as many Harvard or Stanford MBAs because they cost a lot to the organization. Maybe we need much more niche skills. So that's the second reason. The third reason, which is very interesting about MBAs, is that Harvard MBAs and Stanford MBAs have a lot of high expectations. In fact, it's also believed, as per the statistics, students who are not getting placed in these institutions, especially in the top Ivy League ones, they're actually self-selecting themselves out from certain job market. Why? Because they were actually coming from really good private equity background. 3 of my mentors at Global Governance Initiative who have worked in private equity, who have worked in management consulting, who have worked in VC are currently studying at Harvard Business School. And it absolutely doesn't make sense that they take some job after MBA, especially Harvard MBA, which is a step down rather than a step up. So it's becoming really very hard for them because rightfully so, they are becoming little picky about the jobs. And I think that is where schools need to play a very important role. They need to make sure that they are setting the right expectations with the students. With that, I would share the fourth reason, which is the irrelevant instructors. No doubt, Harvard and Stanford host the best PhDs in the world. They are outstanding researchers. Top of the world's research quality comes out of these institutions. But the real question is, can these PhD academicians be the best instructors in terms of helping students to get the job? A lot of these PhD instructors have either never worked in the market or it's been a decade that they have really worked in the market. They're so distanced with respect to what are the real skills that can help you to actually get a shortlist. What are the real skills that can actually help you get a promotion? So while there is a lot of deep research and deep theoretical information, more and more there is a larger distancing that's happening between what is really needed into the market and what's really being taught in these schools. With that, I move towards the fifth point, and once again, a very relevant point. In fact, Indra Nooyi mentioned that the MBA curriculum these days is extremely outdated. She is a graduate from Yale OSM, of course, a BCG alum as well. She was very kind enough to support my initiative and gave a shout out recently on LinkedIn as well. And I actually agree to that. The kind of curriculum that's being taught is just a little bit of advanced version of what was being taught during the second industrial revolution in America. So those are the 5 reasons. But then you can say that, Shatakshi, what's the solution? What's in it for me? So if you are someone who is in that bracket, unfortunately, or if you know someone who is maybe not from Harvard or Stanford, but is one of the from the top MBA schools in India or in other geographies and is struggling in this situation, I'm putting up a 3-part series, YouTube video series that I absolutely recommend. It's absolutely free of cost. And I think it should not take more than 30 minutes of your time. And I'm very sure that if you're on a scale of, let's say 7 to 10, you will be able to reach a 9 on 10. So it's absolutely feel free to check it out. My heart genuinely goes out to those students who take 1 to 2 CR of loan and a debt to study at institutes such as Harvard Business School, and they're just left high and dry. I think it's high time we question things. In fact, if I were to take a tangent, when we started Global Governance Initiative as an alt MBA in 2019, a lot of the people and consumers were questioning, Shatakshi, how much do you think the corporates are going to accept the idea of alt MBA? Today, we have 115 employment partners, especially from business strategy and from public policy background. I genuinely think the time has come, and I think there is a need for employers to understand, maybe I'm an MBA myself, right? There is certain value to it, but I want to be always unbiased and say that there are certain challenges with the traditional MBA degree as well, which is what I think employers are finally realizing, because they do not want to pay a bomb for someone who just has a tag of, let's say, an ISB MBA or a Harvard MBA or an INSEAD MBA. I think these schools have a fantastic intake ratio, no doubt about it, and I'm very sure a lot of the students will go on to take top positions in business and society. But we are seeing really rapidly changing time. In the end, I would wrap up by saying that a good quality network with very good skills coupled with a dash of courage is going to be the secret sauce for you to take your career ahead. That's the official wrap up of this video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and of course share it with your friends, whosoever you think might get help from this. Ciao, I'll see you soon.